For decades, Marie Osmond appeared to the world as a symbol of warmth, grace, and unshakable optimism. She was the smiling face of a legendary entertainment family, a performer who seemed to carry joy effortlessly wherever she went. Audiences admired her talent, her charm, and her ability to remain polished under the brightest spotlight. Yet behind that familiar smile was a woman who had endured struggles far deeper than most people ever realized. One unforgettable moment on live television revealed just how human even the most admired stars can be. During her appearance on a major dance competition, Marie suddenly collapsed on stage, losing consciousness in front of millions of viewers. What looked like a shocking on-air incident was, in truth, a glimpse into the immense emotional and physical weight she had carried quietly for years. The night a performance turned into silence. That evening, Marie stepped onto the stage with the confidence of someone who had spent her entire life performing. She moved with discipline, passion, and determination, delivering a routine that earned roaring applause from the audience. Everything about her performance reflected years of hard work and professionalism. But as the music ended, something unexpected happened. Marie suddenly collapsed, and the energy of the room shifted instantly from celebration to fear. Cameras cut away, stagehands rushed in, and viewers at home watched in disbelief as the moment unfolded. What should have been a triumphant ending became one of the most unsettling live television scenes, reminding everyone that even the strongest performers have limits. The explanation that only touched the surface doctors later explained that the collapse was caused by physical exhaustion and a reaction to medication. While that answer addressed the immediate medical reason, it did not tell the full story. Those close to Marie understood that exhaustion was only one layer of what she was experiencing. Behind the scenes, she was carrying years of emotional strain, personal challenges, and unresolved pain that had never fully left her. Her dance partner later shared that Marie was always professional, always smiling, but there was a heaviness beneath her cheerful exterior that few people ever truly saw. The collapse was not simply a physical event, but a reflection of how much pressure she had been holding inside for so long. Resilience in the face of vulnerability. What made the moment unforgettable was not just the collapse, but the way Marie responded afterward. Within moments, she regained consciousness, offered reassurance, and insisted on standing again. Her instinct was to comfort everyone else, even as she herself had just experienced a frightening medical emergency. She returned to the stage with remarkable composure, refusing to let the moment define her. That resilience carried her forward, and she continued in the competition, eventually reaching the top finalists. For many, the incident became a symbol not of weakness, but of the incredible strength it takes to keep showing up even when life becomes overwhelming. The hidden weight of motherhood and emotional darkness. Years before that televised moment, Marie had faced one of the most difficult chapters of her life after the birth of her youngest child. What should have been a joyful time slowly became clouded by emotional darkness she could not explain. She found herself overwhelmed, disconnected, and struggling with feelings that made no sense to her at the time. In an era when mental health, especially maternal mental health, was rarely discussed openly, Marie suffered quietly. She felt trapped in confusion, unsure how to describe what she was going through and afraid of being judged if she spoke out. That silence made the weight heavier, leaving her isolated inside her own thoughts. When silence became too heavy to carry, eventually the emotional pressure reached a breaking point. Marie later described this period as one of desperation and confusion, not something she could easily control. It was a moment that revealed how serious her struggles had become and served as a wake-up call that she needed help. Like so many people, she had tried to push through alone, believing she had to stay strong for everyone else. But that chapter became a turning point, the beginning of her long journey toward healing, understanding, and learning that asking for support is not weakness, but courage, choosing to speak when others stayed quiet. One of the most powerful aspects of Marie's story is her decision to eventually speak openly about her struggles. She sought professional help, began therapy, and slowly worked through emotions she had buried for years. At a time when such honesty carried risk for public figures, Marie chose vulnerability instead of silence. She shared her experiences so others would not feel alone, helping change the conversation around maternal mental health. Her openness encouraged compassion instead of judgment, and reminded countless people that even those who seem to have perfect lives can be fighting invisible battles. A home reduced to ashes, and another kind of loss. Not long after regaining emotional balance, Marie faced yet another devastating blow when a sudden fire destroyed her family home. In just hours, years of memories, photographs, and treasured belongings were reduced to ash. Although her family escaped unharmed, the emotional impact was enormous. A home represents safety and stability, and losing it felt like losing a piece of her foundation. The fire became another reminder that life can change instantly, and that rebuilding is sometimes not just physical, but deeply emotional as well. Cracks beneath the surface of a marriage. In the aftermath of the fire, long-standing tensions in Marie's marriage became impossible to ignore. The pressures of raising a large family, maintaining a demanding career, and coping with emotional wounds had taken their toll. What once looked stable from the outside was unraveling behind closed doors. Marie eventually realized that staying in an unfulfilling relationship would only deepen her pain. Choosing separation was one of the hardest decisions she ever faced, but it was also an act of self-honesty, a step toward rebuilding her life with integrity and truth. Rebuilding life after heartbreak. Following the end of her marriage, Marie focused on rebuilding both personally and professionally. She poured her energy into creative projects and into being present for her children. Slowly, she rediscovered purpose and joy, reminding herself that endings can also become beginnings. Her journey was far from easy, but she showed the world that it is possible to start again, even after losing what once felt permanent. Through perseverance, she continued to perform, inspire, and remind others that resilience is built through the willingness to keep moving forward. A tragedy no parent should ever face. Just as life seemed to settle into a new rhythm, Marie experienced a loss beyond words, the passing of her son at a young age. No parent is ever prepared for such heartbreak, and the grief shattered her world completely. Marie later shared that the pain never truly disappears. It simply changes shape over time. It becomes something a person learns to carry rather than overcome. Her loss was profound, and yet even in the depths of sorrow, she continued searching for ways to honor his memory. A childhood shaped by expectations and silence. Long before fame, Marie's life was shaped by the pressures of growing up in the spotlight. From a young age, she learned how to perform, smile, and meet expectations. Behind the polished exterior, she carried painful memories and emotional challenges that influenced her sense of self for years. She learned early how to hide discomfort, how to prioritize perfection, and how to keep going even when something inside felt broken. These early experiences taught her resilience, but they also taught her silence, a silence she would spend much of her life learning to break. Learning to reclaim her voice. As an adult, Marie found the courage to speak about the difficulties she faced in her early years. Sharing her truth was not easy, but it allowed her to reclaim her voice and redefine her story. By acknowledging her past, she freed herself from shame and reminded others that healing begins with honesty. Her vulnerability resonated with countless people who had faced similar struggles, proving that speaking up can be one of the most powerful acts of strength. A legacy defined by humanity and hope. Today, Marie Osmond's story is not simply one of fame or success, but of perseverance through adversity. She continues to inspire, not because her life was perfect, but because she faced hardship with courage, honesty, and grace. Her legacy lies in her willingness to be human, to show that vulnerability and strength can coexist, and to remind others that even in the darkest chapters, hope remains possible. Through every challenge, Marie has proven that resilience is not the absence of pain, but the courage to keep going. And her story continues to shine as a testament to compassion, endurance, and the enduring power of the human spirit.